Hey, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Chakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out here pushing this truth in sincerity. All right, the water for which y'all do, we love you. We appreciate you through the spirit of Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai and Shalom to y'all. This is your brother Dawah Dad from the Great Millstone Camp in Atlanta. Lord willing to give you an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Who the world ignorantly calls God, his name is Yahweh, meaning he is, or he exists, or he to be. Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he is the Savior, or he is the deliverer. If you're watching this now and you're a so-called black, Native American, or Latino man or woman, you are a Hebrew Israelite, according to the Holy Bible, you would not find black, Native American, or Latino in the Bible. All right. If you don't look like a so-called black, Native American, or Latino, all right, that does not mean that you will not get salvation. That does not mean that you're not a Hebrew Israelite. You could possibly be a Hebrew Israelite. All right. It only matters that your bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob had his name later changed to Israel. Israel in the Hebrew is Yasharah, meaning he is a prince of the power. All right, not doesn't matter what you look like, and it does not matter what color your skin is. All right. First Kings 16, verse 1. Now I could have sworn, not sworn, but I do believe I did a video on this chapter, and then might have gotten taken down. I don't even know, or deleted out of my library. But we're gonna do it over. All right, you can't do anything for the truth, but and against the truth, but for it, only for it. So read it again, man. Okay, so subtitle reads Prophecy Against Baasha. So we'll just read it. All right, this is about the counts of our forefathers. We're honestly just kind of like doing the read-alongs. Anytime I don't have too much time on my hands, I just do a quick little read-along. It might be due to work, or right now I'm in the process of moving. All right, so Lord willing, I can wake up early and do another one. It says, then the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemai Shai came to Jehu, the son of Hanani, against Baasha, saying, for as much as I exalted thee out of the dust and made thee prince over my people Israel, and thou hast walked in the way of Jeroboam, and hast made my people Israel to sin, to provoke me to anger with their sins. So you got to understand that this is all we've been doing to the Heavenly Father. We've just been pissing him off. Right, that's why it's called indignation. That means it's righteous anger, right? So we've went after false idols and worshiped them rather than the power that actually truly exists. That's why his name is He Is, you see? And that's why he refers himself to as I am. We say he is, or he exists, all right? Because he is, all right? But what do? Even though he is, we still went against him, and turned our backs on him and went and worshipped after false idols. They don't even exist. Yet the Most High exists, right? He exists, and yet we still go after things that don't exist. So that's why we got our asses handed to us and our asses kicked with chattel slavery and torture and hangings and burnings and all sorts of the vile, wicked, evil things that Esau, which is a so-called white man, had done to us. Right? That's why we have the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. They're on us, man. Hold on, Slaggy. I said 28. Deuteronomy 20, let me see, 28 and 15, right? Yeah, blessings, and then start at 15. It says, "But it shall come to pass." Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 chapter, which I know by heart, but sometimes you have to slip of the tongue. So yeah, Deuteronomy 28 chapter, man, right? Where we getting our asses handed to us by our own brother, man. The one that he used to be at peace with us, man. And the women that used to love us, they're now hard, right? And we have holes in our pockets, right? So we have so many curses on us, it's not even funny, right? There's so many freaking curses on us, man. Like some bros, you just feel like, you just like, damn, I'm going through hell, man. But this is our punishment, you see? All right. Says, for as much as I exalted thee out of the dust. All right, so let's get that in 1 Samuel 2 and 6. We brought this out the other day, but we'll get it again. 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raises up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the Lord of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. Right. So You get that blessing from the Most High, right? He took you from the dust, right? Meaning you were nothing. Nuts like it. Meaning you were nothing. You see? Save dust. You were nothing save dust, man. You see? And he brought you up and made you a prince and to sit on his throne, man. Right? It says, but he provoked the Lord, the Lord's people to sin. All right. Hey, yeah, the son came to Jehu, the son of Hanani, against Baasha. Right? So it's another wicked king that's more wicked than the one before him, man. All right? The Lord's tired of this bullshit with Israel, man. These so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos. All right? These are prophecies, man. All right, continuing on. Behold, I will take away. Yes, we did this, but I'll do it again. It says, I take away posterity of Baasha and the posterity of his house, and will make the house like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat. Him that dieth of Baasha in the city shall the dogs eat. Him that dieth of his in the fields shall the fowls of the air eat. Now, if I find this video of the show that I did of this, I'm still gonna post it. I'm still gonna post it. All right, it'll be double the blood because I might even come in at a different angle now, but it's the same breakdowns. It says now the rest of the acts of Baasha and what he did in his might, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel? All right, it says the Israelite kings here. All right, so Baasha slept with his fathers and was buried in Tirzah, and Elah, his son, reigned in his stead. So Elah, his son, reigned in his stead. And also by the hand of the prophet Jehu, the son of Hanani, came the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, against Baasha and against his house, even for all the evil that he did in the sight of the Lord, and provoking him to anger with the work of his hands. That's what we did, right? That's what Israel did. And being like the house of Jeroboam, and because he killed him. In the 26th year of Asa, king of Judah, began Elah, the son of Baasha, to reign over Israel in Tirzah 2 years, and his servant Zimri, captain of half his chariots, conspired against him, as he was in Tirzah drinking himself drunk in the house of Arza, steward of his house in Tirzah. And Zimri went in and smote him and killed him in the 27th year of Asa, king of Judah, and reigned in his stead. And it came to pass, when he began to reign, as soon as he sat on his throne, that he slew all the house of Baasha. He left him not one that pissed against a wall, neither of his kinsfolks nor of his friends. And this was prophesied, right? This was prophesied that was going to happen. It says, thus did Zimri destroy all the house of Baasha, according to the word of the Lord. See, according to the word of the Lord, which he spake against Baasha by Jehu, the prophet, for all the sins of Baasha and the sins of Elah his son, by which they sinned, and by which they made Israel to sin, and provoking the Lord, power of Israel, to anger with their vanities. Yeah, because as a king is, so are the people. But here's the thing: Israel know when they're going off, man. Israel knows when they're going off. You can say, no, I'm not going to do this thing, man. You see, you can say, no, I'm not going to sin against the Lord. You can say that. And you can pray that the Lord protect you for that. He might honor that. It says, now the rest of the acts of Elah and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel? In the 27th year of Asa, king of Judah, did Zimri reign 7 days in Tirzah, and the people were encamped against Gibbethon, and belonged to the Philistines, which belonged to the Philistines. And the people that were encamped heard say, Zimri have conspired and have also slain the king. Wherefore all Israel made Omri, the captain of the host, king over Israel that day in the camp. And Omri went up from Gibbethon, and all Israel with him, and they besieged Tirzah. And it came to pass, when Zimri saw that the city was taken, that he went into the palace of the king's house, and burnt the king's house over him with fire, and died. For his sins which he sinned in doing evil in the sight of the Lord, and walking in the way of Jeroboam, and in his sin which he did to make Israel to sin. Now the rest of the acts of Zimri and his treason that he wrought, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel? Then were the people of Israel divided into two parts. Half of the people followed Tibni, the son of Ginath, to make him king, and half followed Omri. But the people that followed Omri prevailed against the people that followed Tibni, the son of Ginath. So Tibni died, and Omri reigned. In the 31st year of Asa, king of Judah, began Omri to reign over Israel. 12 years, 6 years reigned he in Zerzah. And he bought the hill Samaria of Shemer for 2 talents of silver, and built on the hill, and called the name of the city which he built after the name of Shemer, owner of the hill Samaria. But Omri wrought evil in the eyes of the Lord, and did worse than all that were before him. So Israel just keeps continuing to go off. All right. There's no no, my phone is dying. There's no yeah, they're not repenting, man. All right, you're supposed to do better than the king that came before you, man. You know, so that the people may prosper, man. You see, that the people may be blessed in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's what we're trying to do. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. We're trying to wake up the men to be blessed, to get away, right? We're trying to get you to get not partake of the plagues of Babylon, man. You see, don't be partakers of her plagues. It says, for he walked in all the way of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, in his sin wherewith he made Israel to sin, to provoke the Lord power of Israel to anger with their vanities. Now the rest of the acts of Omri, which he did, and his might that he showed, are they not written in the books of the chronicles of the kings of Israel? So Omri slept with his fathers, and was buried in Samaria, and Ahab his son reigned in his stead. And in the 38th year of Asa, king of Judah, began Ahab the son of Omri to reign over Israel. And Ahab the son of Omri reigned over Israel in Samaria 22 years. And Ahab the son of Omri did evil in the sight of the Lord above all that were before him. So it just keeps getting worse and worse, man. That's a wicked, damn fucking, wicked ass bloodline of people, man. Right? It says, and it came to pass, as if it had been a light thing for him to walk in the sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, that he took to wife Jezebel, the daughter of Asbaal, king of the Zidonians, and went and served Baal and worshipped him. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And that's what these people do today, man. They don't care, man. Like, you got, look, man, Issachar, before they go and, that's these cartels and whatnot, before they go and, wage war against their own flesh and blood, they worship Satan first. They worship Baal first, man. It says, yeah, and they showed you in that movie. It's a movie with Shia LaBeouf. He was working as like a kind of like an assistant to like a cartel member, and he had like a snub nose pistol, and they showed you in the movie that they would worship the devil first, man. They worship Satan or Baphomet, Baal. It's all Satan, so it doesn't matter which deity they supposedly supposed to be worshiping. It's all the same. It all goes back to the same. It's all adultery. You see, you're not supposed to do that, man. All right. So you Issacharites, you so-called Mexicans, man, you out there doing that, man. The Lord's gonna kill y'all, man. The Lord's gonna do it. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is gonna do that, man. It says, and he reared up an altar for Baal, so like in the house of Baal, which he had built in Samaria. And Ahab made a grove, and Ahab did more to provoke the Lord God of Israel to anger than all the kings that of Israel that were before him. And his days did Hiel the Bethelite build Jericho. He laid the foundation thereof in Abiram, his firstborn, and set up the gates thereof, and his youngest son Segub, according to the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, which he spake by Joshua son of Nun. Right. Yeah, man. So, hey, Lord willing is edified, man. I'm gonna end it off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemashah. Just Yahweh Shemashah, Bashem Chakwadash. All right, and also double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, man. And just remember that we're not owed anything, really. You see, the only reason why we're gonna get saved if we're a part of the elect is because the Most High gave His word. It's because of His prophecies. That's it, man. It's not because we're special. The Most High really don't deal with us like that, man. Yahweh Shai deals with us. You see? So stop thinking that you're of anything, man. Right? Our righteousness is like a filthy rag into the Lord, man.